Hey Lunatics, what's up? It's Asylum Reviews here,
Daniel.
and welcome to our NXT TakeOver New York review.
Man, what a show. Like, I gotta say, I gotta give it 5 stars. I mean, every single match, I don't have one problem with. All the matches were really, really good, and they were just as how I expected, and some were even past my expectations and better.
TakeOver just never fails to disappoint.
Yeah, I mean,
There's never, even if there's like one match that's like not great, it still doesn't affect the card regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
TakeOver is TakeOver, and it's always just going to be an exciting show regardless. So,
Yeah. So we were right about, well, you were more right than me because Velveteen Dream did end up retaining.
Yeah.
And
a great match with Matt Riddle.
Yeah, definitely a great match. Shayna Baszler ended up winning it, which we don't agree with at all because, I don't know, I've had enough.
She was supposed to get called up. Rumors she was going to get called up.
Just like
and again, this was supposed to happen when she fought Bianca Belair at TakeOver Phoenix.
Yep, just like how Lars Sullivan was supposed to get called up. Yeah.
We haven't seen Lars Sullivan since.
Yeah, no promos either, so...
Anyways, let's talk about the show.
Yeah, the show was pretty good. I'm going to talk about the first match, which was...
the Tag Team Championship match.
Yeah, we had a lot of good action in this match.
I like how they brought out the Viking entrance again.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
With the bonds and the drums and all that.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
The War Raiders. And then Aleister and Ricochet just had their normal entrances. Yeah. The match, though, was fucking just thrilling. It was exciting.
Definitely. I love the beginning part.
Back and forth action.
Yeah, I like the beginning part where, Aleister Black was about to hit him with the kick, but he paused. It was kind of like back and forth a little bit. I thought that was kind of cool. We saw like the typical things like Hanson doing his cartwheels.
And then while he was doing that, Ricochet was doing like his springboard or handsprings or whatever.
Yeah.
It got a good pop for that.
Yeah, we had a lot of diving outside into the ring. We had a lot of Hurricane Ranas and whatnot.
There was a lot of crazy spots in this match. A lot of flipping, a lot of pacing, a lot of crazy shit. Ricochet was just a man on fire, man. He's just doing flip after flip after flip after flip.
I would have to say Hanson definitely matched him, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. And Hanson's like 300-something pounds.
Oh, yeah, and there was a spot where Ricochet lifted him up and then hit him with a fallaway slam.
Unbelievable. Ricochet's like close to like 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And he freaking deadlifted Hanson.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just delivered a fallaway slam. Like,
he's got so much
holy
strength.
Shit, man. Incredible feat of strength by Ricochet there.
Yeah. I remember there was a part where Hanson got on top of the top rope and did a senton to the outside onto the 3 other guys. That was crazy.
That was insane as well. Crazy. Just every time I see a big man like that do moves where you just don't expect to see them do, it's like, wow. Yeah, just amazes you.
Yeah. I'd love to see him and Killian Dane go one-on-one in the future. Possibly.
Or maybe him and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, definitely. He'd work well with a lot of guys.
Keith Lee.
Yeah.
Guys like that.
I think Keith Lee's going to be a big possibility, though. Probably the biggest.
But overall, fantastic match to open the show.
Definitely.
I love whenever they open TakeOver, they choose the best matches to open the show. Have you noticed that?
They did. And
it's always the tag team championship matches too.
It is, and that's the perfect way to start it. I mean, a fast-paced match, with a lot of high-flying, hard-hitting action is perfect way to start it. I mean, War Raiders ended up winning this one, which is what we predicted, and I guess this means that
Aleister and Ricochet could win the tag team titles in SmackDown.
We hope so.
Sunday, WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But War Raiders won, and after the match, I love the standing ovation, the standing show respect by all 4 guys there. First they shook hands, then they hugged it out, and then eventually War Raiders dropped the titles in front of Black and Ricochet, and then they just gave them a standing ovation and bowed in front of them, and then they left the ring, and then Ricochet and Black were just like thanking the NXT crowd for everything. And yes, this, in case you're wondering, this was their farewell match in NXT. So
yeah, it was a little bit sad.
It doesn't look like we're going to be seeing them in NXT anymore because they're officially going to be called up to the main roster. So it's going to be really weird seeing Aleister Black not in NXT anymore.
Because Aleister Black
he fits so well. And
Ricochet, I know, was just there for like maybe about a year, but still, I mean, I feel like other than the North American Championship that he got, he could have done a little bit more.
Although it sucks that we lost Aleister in NXT because he was just such a huge star and huge player. They just recently signed New Japan Pro Wrestling star Kushida to NXT.
Yeah, that should be fun.
He should be doing great as well.
He could fill the void.
He could definitely fill the void of what Nakamura did and Hideo Itami did.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he can be pushed the same way Nakamura did in NXT.
Yeah, let's hope.
However, who knows what will happen if he gets put on the main roster?
Yeah. Look what's happening to Nakamura.
Because WWE just likes to fuck up all these Japanese stars.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
All right. But moving on, let's go on to Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle.
Oh my God!
This one.
I like how Matt Riddle came out wearing the
New York Yankees
pinstripes. That was really nice. Right away, I gotta talk about that insane deadlift German suplex off the top rope.
Yeah.
So what happened? This was like towards the end of the match, but like we just gotta bring it up because it was just the craziest spot of this entire match. I mean, we literally just jumped out of our seats when this happened.
Yeah.
Dream was on the apron, and Riddle just grabbed him. He went on the middle rope or the top rope, and he just deadlifted Velveteen Dream from the ring apron. This is something Cesaro would do.
Yeah.
Where he would just deadlift somebody off the ring apron and then just fucking, blubber suplex over the top rope.
Yeah.
This is exactly what Matt Riddle did. So he grabbed Velveteen Dream off the apron, deadlifted him to a German suplex, and just dropped him. Spiked him on his head with that nasty German suplex off the top rope. That was insane.
Yeah, I have to agree. That was definitely
the craziest spot of the whole match. And I'm literally surprised that Velveteen Dream managed to still continue and retain.
Yeah.
This was a very, very technical match as well.
It was.
We saw a lot of bro mission attempts by Matt Riddle, and we saw Dream hit the Dream Valley Driver. We saw Dream also try to go for the elbow drop as well, to no attempt. He went for it one time, and Matt Riddle actually countered it with a triangle attempt, which was really cool. There was just a lot of crazy spots in here, and great match.
It was. I loved the ending where Matt had the bro mission on, and then Velveteen rolled him up for the 1-2-3. That was really cool to see.
Yeah, Matt Riddle was shocked himself that he got pinned by Velveteen Dream. But so Velveteen Dream rolled up Riddle for the win, and then afterwards, signs of sportsmanship, just like the previous match, and we saw them both hit the bro fist before Velveteen exited the ring.
Yeah. It was a great match. I loved it.
This was, like I said, this was going to be Matt Riddle's one of his best matches in NXT since coming up to WWE. So yeah.
So moving on, we had a really hard hitting match.
Man, isn't it funny the way we predicted these matches? They actually came out in the same exact order.
Yeah,
that's funny. I don't think it's ever happened before. But so we had Pete Dunne and Walter for the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Now we all knew Pete Dunne was going to drop that title.
Yeah,
we just didn't know. We just didn't know to who. But once Walter was announced for NXT UK, we started getting assumptions. It's probably going to be Walter that's going to drop Dunne and take his title.
Yeah,
and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Yo, I can't even tell you. The hard hitting, the chops to the chest by Walter. The snap of the fingers from Dunne.
Yeah, I there were times in the match where I thought he broke Walter's finger. You could hear the snap.
Yeah, it sounded nasty. Oof.
Yeah, not to mention those hard chops that Walter had.
Did you see when Walter did that nasty drop kick?
Yeah.
Turning Dunne inside out. Holy shit.
That's crazy. Or the clotheslines too.
man, he nearly took his head off.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that was just insane.
It was a really hard-hitting match.
This was fucking great.
Brutal.
In the end, we saw a Walter hit Dunn with a power bomb, and then he went to the top rope and he finished him off with a big splash.
Yeah.
And that's made him capture the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
Yeah. That power bomb was great to see as well.
Yeah, that's great, definitely great.
Yeah. But overall, it was a really good
Dunn
match.
was even able to deliver the bitter end to such a big guy like Walter as well, which I was impressed with.
And Walter ended up kicking out.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the biggest kickouts moments of the night.
Yeah.
Speaking of kickout moments, the main event, it's a whole nother level. But yeah, like I said, the hard hitting, back and forth warfare between these two guys. I mean, we all knew it was going to be a fantastic hard hitting counter.
Yeah.
It's exactly what we saw. Pete Dunne's chest, it wasn't as red as we expected it to be, but I mean,
it had welts.
It had welts, and I knew he was in pain after the match because you're not gonna like walk away with a match with Walter and not have your chest like all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. But that match we got right.
Yeah, and Walter is the new United Kingdom champion.
What a great match. Moving on, we have the NXT
Women's Championship
match.
Fatal 4-Way.
The ending could have been
a little
lot better, but overall the match was really good. We did see some chemistry between Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
It was nice to see them team up against Shayna.
And it was interesting to see them go against each other after, so one of them, Kairi Sane, I believe, hit her finisher, and then Io Shirai broke that up.
Yeah.
Then Io Shirai hit her finisher, and then Kairi Sane broke that up. So that was pretty fun to see. And then we saw Bianca Belair do the craziest thing. Bianca Belair picked up both of them. Like, the amount of strength Bianca Belair has.
We all know she's a strong woman.
Yeah.
She literally, when she goes for the KOD, she just, spikes them on their face.
Yeah.
But she not only did it to Kairi, but she did it to Io as well.
Yeah, that was crazy to see.
And at that moment, I thought Bianca was going to take the title. And all of a sudden, here comes Shayna Baszler. And Shayna just ruins it. And what happens? She puts Bianca in the sleeper hold, and that was it.
Yeah.
She didn't pass out like she did last time, but she tapped out. Which is even worse.
Yeah. And then who came out at the end?
Justin McDuke and Marina Shafir, they celebrated with Shayna. And Bianca was just left in the ring, just like looking with a glare look, and she didn't know what was going on. That was that.
I mean, it was still a really, really good match. I loved seeing all the moves and spots and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely.
The ending kind of left a bitter taste in my mouth.
Yeah, the ending just made me kind of scratch my head a bit, because I'm just wondering, like, okay, when is Shayna going to drop the title, and to who? And then also, when is she getting called up?
Yeah.
Because at this point, it's not like, I love Shayna Baszler as a heel in NXT. She's definitely one of the best around, and as far as the women's division goes. Yeah. But I think it's time for her to drop that title, man.
Yeah,
she's held it for far too long.
It's kind of getting a little bit boring.
It's getting a little repetitive. It's time to see a new champion.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It was a good match overall. But moving on, we've got the main event.
Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. 2 out of 3 falls.
Man, this was a great match. Now, it started off a little bit slow for the first 2 falls.
Right.
Adam Cole ended up getting the first fall
literally that was quick.
Yeah, that was quick.
And then you were telling me, like, oh, there's no way this match would end that quick if it was just a normal one-on-one match, because this was the main event.
Yeah, exactly.
So Cole picked up the win with the last shot within like the first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and then Johnny picked it up the second fall with his submission move.
Yeah, did he? Did he tap out Cole for the second fall? Because I know he did in the third fall, but did he do it in the second fall? I don't think he did.
I'm not sure. I think so, though.
Well, regardless, they both managed to tie it up, and Caleb Braxton announced that this next decision, the final fall, will crown the new NXT champion.
Yeah.
Which was Johnny Gargano.
And at that point, it was just back and forth. I mean, you had spots on the announce table where you thought...
Cole delivered Ciampa's finishing move.
Yeah.
Fairy tale ending. And I'm surprised the table didn't break.
Yeah. It didn't. I was a little bit disappointed that it didn't break, but you had Johnny Gargano so close to being counted out, but he just got back in.
He got in within near seconds.
Yeah.
And then there was a time where they were both getting counted out as well on the outside.
Yeah.
And it looked like Johnny was going to take that count out win before he took that first fall for himself, but he's like, nah, fuck this. I'm not taking that count out. So he ended up bringing Cole back into the ring, and that's what kind of cost him around that time. But he managed to pick things back up, and then the match got back into his favor.
Eventually, the rest of the Undisputed Era did end up interfering in this matchup.
At that point, I was like, oh,
yeah,
no,
that's it.
I literally thought, okay, this is it. There's no way Gargano's going to get out of this. And what happens? They hit their finisher, what was it, Axe and Smash or whatever they call it. Well, was it Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they hit their tag team finisher on Johnny. Adam Cole comes in, hits the last shot. 1, 2, Johnny kicks out.
And what does Johnny do after that? He takes out all the
Undisputed Era. He takes out Ultimate Bombers, the Undisputed Era.
Yeah. And then he comes back in the ring.
He does a slingshot DDT off of Kyle O'Reilly into Bobby Fish, which was a great spot.
Crazy to see.
He literally jumped off of him and did the DDT on the outside. And then he comes back in, and what happens?
Yeah. Adam Cole hits him with his finisher. I thought that was it after that. I mean, wrestling logic.
Oh my God, dude.
Everybody knows wrestling logic. After you take out the other guy's group members and you come back in the ring and the guy's there, he takes you out. That's it. Everybody knows that. It happens all the time. But no, Johnny Gargano decides, no, we're just gonna do it my way this time, and I'm gonna kick out. What does he do? Kick out.
Now I was pretty shocked myself when he first kicked out. When Undisputed Era got involved.
Yeah.
The second time when he kicked out, though, I was speechless.
I was shocked.
I was speechless. I literally thought that was it for Johnny. He kicked out again.
Yeah.
The crowd went.
Adam Cole looked probably the most shocked.
Yeah, the crowd was fucking shocked. Undisputed Era was shocked. What is it gonna take for Cole to dethrone Johnny Gargano and take that NXT title?
Yeah.
And Johnny kept fighting and fighting and fighting and clawing and scratching and scratching. And then what happens? Johnny, he hits Cole with the super kick.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Adam Cole did hit the DIY super kick on Gargano.
Yeah, that was crazy to see.
And then Johnny also kicked out. But anyways, what happens? So Cole gets super kicked by Gargano, gets put into the Gargano escape, and he taps out. And Johnny Gargano finally gets his moment.
Yeah, and it was a huge celebration.
It was such a huge celebration.
Candice LeRae ended up coming out.
His wife came out to celebrate with him.
And then what was interesting at the end was...
Ciampa. Okay, we thought we were going to see Ciampa for like another year because of his neck injury.
Yeah.
Johnny's celebrating on the ramp with Candice, and they're showing the graphic on the screen. So here you are thinking that the screen's going to fade to black. All of a sudden, the crowd is popping. We're wondering what the hell's going on.
Yeah, and then
you see Ciampa comes out with the neck brace on, and we're like, oh no, please don't tell me he's going to attack Gargano. Don't tell me he's going to attack Gargano again. And what happens? He turns Gargano around and he hugs him. And then he hugs it out with Candice and Gargano, and it was just great.
It was funny to see, honestly.
It wasn't really nice. Funny. It was kind of more emotional.
It was.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you guys when I say like I nearly shed a tear in my eye. This was very, very emotional. Yeah. Being that these guys
after all these years,
after all the fights, all the battles, and all the scratching and clawing that he went through with Ciampa, and then Ciampa getting hurt. And Johnny takes his place, and he wins the title for Ciampa. Mm-hmm. It was great, man.
Yeah.
And
this isn't over, though.
This is definitely far from over with Johnny and Adam Cole. We're bound to see these two feud again.
Yeah.
Probably until the next TakeOver event.
I could probably see Johnny holding the title maybe until like next
comes
year
back.
when Ciampa comes back.
If they really want, they can have Johnny hold that title longer than Ciampa.
I feel like they should.
And they should. because Johnny deserves it.
Yeah.
He's been chasing that title for far too long, and this is his moment. This is his time to shine, and Johnny freaking Wrestling is back.
Mm-hmm.
This is all we wanted.
Yeah, I mean, overall, this was a great takeover,
Stacked,
great start to the WrestleMania
show. This card never fails to deliver, and what can you say about TakeOver?
Yeah.
Like, that's bad.
That was amazing.
Every match delivered, like you said.
Like, this, I think we could just fairly say that this is going to be better than WrestleMania, like how it is every year.
I mean, especially...
Yeah, even though WrestleMania is pretty stacked this year.
It is, but the amount of time, that's a little too much to handle.
All right, well, I think that about covers everything. NXT TakeOver was great.
What would you rate it out of 10?
10. Come on,
10.
I loved it that much.
It was a really good feel good moment for Gargano. It was great to see Kushida get signed to NXT.
Yeah.
Walter winning the title, we all knew it was gonna happen. Shayna, I'm a little disappointed that she won.
I'm a little disappointed, but it was a good match.
Yeah.
Come on.
Alistair and Ricochet's final match in NXT. What is there not to say about
what
that?
What more can you ask for?
This was a perfect takeover before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And what do we say all the time when TakeOver goes off the air and the pay-per-view is like, the next night? Good luck topping this, WWE. So, yeah, that's pretty much all we got to say.
Yeah.
Good luck topping this WrestleMania.
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot.
You're gonna need a whole lot.
And please, just make sure that Brock brings in all this fight against Rollins. I mean, if you're gonna want to top this, then you're gonna need a lot. I mean, I know you got 16 matches on the card, but these 5 matches definitely blew those out of the water so far.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I still can't get over. Oh, we didn't even mention. We didn't even mention Walter. Okay, when I mentioned when he did the powerbomb beat done, I forgot to mention it was off the top rope.
Yeah, it was off the top rope too.
I thought Pete Dunne was literally dead.
Yeah.
He turned him inside out. Dunne, I don't know what the hell Dunne was doing. He was looking for a superplex or something.
Yeah.
And Walter countered into a powerbomb position, and he deadlifted Dunne, and he just spiked him with the powerbomb off the top rope.
Crazy.
And Dunne was just turned inside out, dropped on his head, and then that's when Walter capitalized and he hit the splash and he took the title. Fucking insane.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
insane.
It was insane. I think we've covered everything. We said what we thought.
So we had to say. And next up, we have WrestleMania.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
There is a lot to talk about.
So bring your popcorns, bring the beverages, like I said. Yeah.
It's going to be a long ride. Hopefully. It's not too long, though.
Hopefully.
We're going to try and make the best
WrestleMania might be a little bit too long, but hopefully not our prediction video.
We'll see. But, yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up our reaction and our results to TakeOver New York. Let us know what you thought about the show. This was a fucking fantastic TakeOver event. I mean, again, they never disappoint.
Yeah.
It's NXT. When does NXT ever disappoint us?
No.
Never. Not once. So, that's going to be it. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, favorite.
RKO that like button out of nowhere.
And tap the bell for notifications so you get all my future uploads. And, that wraps it up. So until then, we'll see you all in our WrestleMania 35 predictions and preview, whatever. So, all right, guys, we'll see you.
We'll see.
Too sweet.
WrestleMania.